Number 14, find the cosine of negative pi. So different things that you can practice with this homework assignment. One of them is that cosine of negative pi and cosine of pi are both equal to the same thing. They're both equal to -1. Partly that's because they are the exact same angle. So cosine of pi, that would be pi as an angle if we went around the graph counterclockwise. Negative pi if we went around the graph clockwise. And so that is referring to the same angle on the graph. So the cosine at that spot should be equal to the same thing. Another way that we know that cosine pi and cosine negative pi are the same thing is by looking at the cosine graph. If we look at the cosine curve, cosine of pi is equal to -1. Cosine of negative pi is also equal to -1. So a couple different ways I know that. As a reminder, cosine value is equal to x over r. That comes in handy when we're working with the quadrantals. The definition comes from drawing angle, triangle, right triangle in quadrant 1, labeling it theta, x, y, and the hypotenuse is r. So cosine theta is equal to x over r. So if cosine theta is equal to x over r, and my point is back here, you could write this as -1 comma 0, or you could write this as -x comma 0, where the r value is just equal to whatever the x value is. So cosine theta is going to equal -1 over 1, which is -1. So cosine pi, cosine negative pi, those are the same value. Sine pi and sine negative pi are also the same value, but that's because they're both equal to 0. Cosine is an even function, so cosine theta and cosine negative theta are always the same value. Sine is an odd function, and so they are always opposites. We'll see that more as we go.